Hey guys, it's me, it's PokemonTripHD, and we're back today with week number 4 in the Battle Union. This week we're going up against Sizz and the Orsomerset Scizors. Their coach is Sizz, of course, Scizors. I'll leave his link in the description down below. I recommend you check him out. He's a really funny guy, and he's an awesome friend of mine. So, like I said, go check him out. He's a really cool guy. Currently, their record is 1-2. Though the person they beat was Monotui, which is arguably one of the best battlers in the league. He's a really good battler, and Sizz actually beat him. So that means Sizz has to be pretty darn good for him to beat Mono. So basically, we're not going to take Sizz lightly, even though he's 1-2. You're not supposed to take any team lightly, anyways. But yeah, so this match, I didn't prep too much because I was kind of busy with like real life things, and I felt like I built the team, and then I kind of like looked over the team a few times, like as I sent it to get genned, and I changed a few things, but like I'm not super comfortable with this team because I haven't tried out two of the Pokemon that you've seen. Well, you can see right there, the first two in the front. I haven't tried them out, but I feel like they match up pretty well in this match. So I'm not super comfortable with this team, but I'm gonna try it out, see how it works. I'm trying out a few new things because I feel like it can actually work against Sizz's team. Because Sizz's team, let's go over Sizz's team, I guess. Why not? Let's do this. So his team is Mega Scizor, Azumarill, Mamoswine, Goodra, Shuckle, Doublade, Licky, Torkoal, and Scrafty. And on the bench, which he cannot use this week, is Politoed, Toxicroak, and Jolteon. So he moved Jolteon onto the bench this week for Shuckle because I actually moved Vaporeon onto the bench for Moltres. And Jolteon, I don't think had any stab wasn't super effective against anyone on the main roster because I took Togetix on the bench and I took Vaporeon off. So Jolteon, I guess, only thing it would be good for was like Volt Switching, and it would force my Lopunny to run Jolly, which since he moved it onto the bench, I don't even need to run any speed investment on Lopunny to outspeed his entire team, which is crazy. Barring any Scarfers, of course, or any speed boost like Agility Scizor or DD Scrafty, something like that. But we outspeed everything on his team naturally, which is really cool. With Lop, of course. Lop, Akino. And I was actually really scared of Jolteon, so I'm kind of glad he moved it off the bench. Because first of all, it's really fast. I outspeed everything on my team except Lopunny. Second of all, Jolteon and Mega Scizor actually provide with a really awesome Volt turn against me, which is kind of scary. But yeah, so with that being said, his first 9 pokes. His first 9 pokes are what we have to plan for. So looking at those pokes, I felt as though Electros actually does really well. He has no super effective way to deal with Electros. Well, there isn't really a super effective way to deal with Electros unless you have Mold Breaker or something, because we have Levitate. But what I meant by that is he doesn't have a ground type, which means we can just Volt Switch or T-Bolt, whatever we want, all over the place. I don't think, does he have a ground type? I don't understand. He doesn't. He has Jolteon though, but he moved Jolteon to the bench, so we can just T-Bolt all that we like. And he does, his electric resist is mainly the Goodra. That's the main thing we gotta watch out for, is the Goodra. Of course, he does have a few fat Pokemon, like I think Scizor takes T-Bolts pretty darn well since we're not invested. Same with Licky. And so we have Electros. I guess I should go over Electros. Electros, it's AV. AV is a common set. This is it's a really nice switch into the Goodra. It's probably gonna be our main switch into the Goodra unless he goes down. It can also take a Bullet Punch from Scizor pretty darn well. It takes an Aqua Jet from the Azumarill if he's banded, and we outspeed Azumarill most likely because we have the same speed. Unless he's max speed, of course. We should outspeed the Azumarill. We outspeed, I think, an Adamant Scrafty or something like that. This set is Super Fang, Super Power, Flamethrower, and Thunderbolt. The main idea with this set is to Super Fang things down for other Pokemon on the team to deal with them. It's also a Super Fang plus Super Power combination takes out the Scrafty. Even though we're minus attack, it takes out the Scrafty unless he's like a bulk up or a really bulky variant with like max HP and some defense investment. We do take him out with those 2 moves, which is pretty cool. I was debating switching like moves around. I kind of like, this is the thing with Electros. Like Scrafty's really good against my team, so I was like, hey, maybe I should do something like a defensive Electros, and so that we can eat up high jump kicks. But then it was like, I was like bulky Electros is cool, yeah, and I can Super Fang things down, so I don't really need any investment in attacks really. But like bulky Electros, I don't think it does really well. If you know what I mean, I don't really think it does too well. We need all 4 of these moves because Flamethrower, T-Bolt hits the Doublade, and it hits the rest of his team basically with T-Bolt, besides Goodra. And we Super Fang the Goodra, and that's going to do a lot of damage. I mean, I am expecting AV Goodra if he brings the Goodra. I feel like AV Goodra just switches into so many things on my team. I don't know why he wouldn't bring that, but so that's the kind of the main thing with Electros. The main thing I have him for, like I said, it's going to be a very nice Guja switch in. Unless he's like Specs, because Specs Draco 2 KOs us. Even a regular Draco does like 50%, which is insane. Even though we're AV, it still does 50% because Guja is actually really, really strong. But like I said, this Electros main thing, deal with the Scrafty. If Scrafty like switches in on us or something, we can actually outspeed Scizor if he's not invested. We outspeed a Zoomer most likely. And we do a lot of damage to his team with T-Bolt, Flamethrower combination. Besides the Guja, but then we Super Fang the Guja, like I said already. So that's Electros. Electros is kind of just there for support on the team. I've never used Electros in League format, so I'm kind of interested to see how Electros is going to do. I feel like Electros matches up pretty well against his team, like I said. So, next up, Moltres. We have Flame Body, which is a hidden ability, Leftovers. Flame Body was released this year, I think, so we're trying it out. We have enough speed investment on this thing to outspeed everything on his team, which is basically base 80. That's the fastest thing, is Guja and Mamoswine. Rest into special attack, and then after that we have just thrown the rest into HP because I don't really need it anywhere else, I think. We have Leftovers just for general recovery because we have Roost, Sub, Willow, and Hurricane. Now, I originally had like Flamethrower, but I got rid of Flamethrower because I would only Flamethrower the Doublade and the Scizor, and it's not like either of those are going to stay in on me anyways. What was that so hard for me to say? It's not like either of them are going to stay in on me anyway. And plus his switch into the Moltres is going to be the Guja or the Azumarill. Most likely going to be one of those two. And if he switches into one of those, we can Will-O-Wisp them. And like I said, unless he's a Rain Dance Guja with Hydration, Willow is going to be very nice on it. I am expecting AV Guja, so if we can Willow that thing, that would be really, really nice. Because Hurricane is going to do only a little less than 25%, I believe, to the Guja, which actually isn't that much damage because Guja, it's so bulky, it's ridiculous. But Hurricane hits everything on his team really hard except for the Duo Blade, I believe. And the Guja if he's AV, but it hits everything really, really, really hard. Subs too, we set up a sub on the Torkoal unless he's running HP Rock, which I'm expecting. We set up a sub on the Shuckle because I'm pretty sure the Shuckle is not going to run a Rock type move because usually Shuckle's like Stealth Rocks, Sticky Web, Knockoff, Encore, stuff like that. That's what Shuckle really does, and like Custap, the Final Gambit. I don't know, it doesn't run Custap Final Gambit, but like Final Gambit's a move it gets. I don't know, but it's Shuckle's a really weird poke, but we can set up on the Shuckle most likely with this Moltres. We can also set up a sub on a switch, which would be pretty cool. If we Willow the Azu, I believe an Aqua Jet only does like 30% to us, so it doesn't really do too much. But a Waterfall does like double that, which is scary, because even if he's burned, it does so much. If he's Banded, of course, it's going to do 1.5 times that. And I'm expecting a few like random hidden power rocks, like on the Scizor, on the Torkoal, on the possibly Licky, on the Guja. I'm expecting some hidden power rocks on those Pokemon. Maybe Mamoswine is going to run like Rock Throw. Maybe on the Scrafty, like a Rock type move too. I'm expecting a lot of Rock type moves because this is our viewer pick. If you did not know, Moltres is our viewer pick, and I switched it onto off the bench this week onto the actual team just to use it this week. So he's pretty much guaranteed that Moltres is going to come. And yeah, this Moltres, like I said, it does really, really well against the team. If we get some Flame Body burns on like a Scizor U-turn, that would be actually really, really, really nice. Or like a Mamoswine knockoff, we got a Flame Body burn, that'd be really nice too. But anyways, that's Moltres. Hopefully Moltres can do something this match. I'm really hoping it does. Next up on the team, we have Avalugg. Avalugg is Rocky Helmet, Sturdy, Recover, Rapid Spin, Roar, and Toxic. Max HP, Max Defense. We switch on the Mamoswine and the Azumarill, even if they're both banded. You can switch on them easy, unless he goes for a banded superpower with either of them. But that's going to do a lot of damage to us. It's going to 2 KOs, I believe, with both of them. But if he does that, then we have a free switch into the Moltres and possibly get a burn, or then to the Mew. Mew just eats up superpowers like nothing because it's resisted. And yeah, this, like I said, it's main switching. It's going to be our Banded Azu switching if he brings that. It's going to be our Mamoswine switching if he brings that. And we can actually take hits from like Scizor. I believe a Scizor BP, if he's max attack, it's only going to do like 30%, which is crazy because that's super effective. And it's a Mega Scizor. So I love Avalugg. Avalugg's awesome. And we have Roar for like Scrafty he tries to set up on us. For the Scizor, if he tries to set up on us, just for setting up on us, you know. And then we have Toxic, just to hit like the Licky, to the Torkoal, to the Shuckle, things like that. And then Rabbit Spin, so we can get rid of Sticky Webs if he sets them up with Shuckle, or Rocks with whatever Pokemon. Now, next up on the team, I'm really excited to use this Pokemon. Lopunny, of course. It's already been 10. Oh my gosh, Lopunny, but it's a sub Power Punch Lopunny. I'm really interested to see how Akuna is going to do this week. I've never seen a sub Power Punch bulky variant. And I want to try this thing out. Like I said, we have speed everything on his team with Lopunny. We have sub Power Punch, Return, and Drain Punch. This this set, we set up on the Shuckle, we set up on the Torkoal, and we set up on the Licky with our spread. A Torkoal's Lava Plume has like, it does the max damage it does if he's not invested or if he has like barely any investment. It does 25.1% max. So basically we set up a sub for free on that thing. And then we can Power Punch and then sub, Power Punch, and then sub, and then Drain Punch, and then we can just beat that thing 1v1. On the Shuckle can't even touch us at all, so we just set up a sub for free on that. And then Licky, his Body Slam does 25% max. And I think that's 24 point something% max. So we get to set up a sub for free on Licky, which is awesome. So we set up on 3 of this Pokemon with this thing. I know we're bringing double subs too, so if one of them fails, we have something in the back, which is pretty cool. We have another sub in the back. Hopefully that can catch them off guard, double sub users. And Lockino, what was I going to say? Lopunny, Akino combined Lockino. Akino is going to be our lead this match because I predict him, if he brings the Shuckle, which I'm positive he is, I predict him to lead with the Shuckle. And like I said, we set up a sub for free on the Shuckle, which is pretty darn cool. And hopefully Lopunny can put in work. We actually have potential to sweep unless he brings like a Scarfer. But even if he brings a Scarfer, he does have a lot of priority in his team, like Aqua Jet, Azu, Fake Out, Scrafty, BP, Scizor. He has a lot of priority on his team. But hopefully Akino can put in the work and maybe pick up a few kills. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm not hoping for a full sweep, just a few kills. That'd be pretty darn cool. Return, I believe at +1, return 2 KOs like most of his team, except Scizor, but Scizor is just fat, so it's all good in the hood. Next up, we have Mew. I'm really excited to use this Mew. We're bringing E-Belt. We have Dazzling Gleam, Earth Power, Energy Ball, and Flamethrower. We have E-Belt. This hits a lot of Pokemon on his team. Like, it hits everything on his team besides Shuckle, I think. Shuckle and Licky. Everything else hits super effectively. So the other 7 members hit super effectively. Dazzling Gleam, Okos, the Scrafty. So Scrafty cannot set up on us. I'm kind of half expecting a Scarf Scrafty, actually. But, I mean, that would be kind of crazy. Because Scarf Scrafty outspeeds my entire team. So, I mean, besides Lopunny. But, I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. And he can knock off things. I don't know. But I just think Scarf Scrafty would be pretty decent against my team. But like I was saying, we had a lot of his team members with this. I'm hoping Mew can be like a late game cleanup type poke or like an early game dent his team type poke. Shuckle does kind of wall us, but if I put a Flash Cannon, I want to wall us, but I mean, I didn't really feel like I needed Flash Cannon because I feel like the rest of our team deals with Shuckle well. We have Lopunny that can set up on it. We have Moltres that can also set up on the Shuckle, kind of. We have Avlug that can Toxic the Shuckle. I just feel like the rest of our team deals with Shuckle well enough so that we don't need Flash Cannon on this Mew. Flamethrower takes out the Mega Scizor. Energy Ball 2 at KOs both the Mamoswine and the Azu. I think it might OHKO the Mamo. I don't remember the calc. I know for sure 2 KOs. It does like a lot. It does over 80%, I think. For sure. For sure it does over 80%, but I don't know if it OHKOs. I'm not sure on that. Maybe it's a roll. Something like that. But we do a lot of damage. I think we OHKO the Dual Blade too, which is pretty cool. And honestly, Mew does a lot of damage. This Eval Mew does a lot of damage against his team. And hopefully we can put in the work. And next up on the team, we have another offensive member. We have a Focus Sash Kyurem. Like I was saying, Scrafty has a lot of potential to sweep us this match. So we have a Focus Sash user in the back. Also, it's in case he sets up an Agility with Mega Scizor and passes maybe to Scrafty, or maybe just Scizor by itself is actually a threat. Or even like if he passes to Azu, we have Earth Power to Azu, which I know, granted, it's not going to do too much, but Azu is of course a threat. And getting off any damage is good damage. So we have Hidden Power Fire for the Scizor, Earth Power for like the Torkoal and for the Dual Blade, and then we have Focus Blast for the Scrafty. Focus Blast OHKO Scrafty unless he's invested in like HP or Spadaf or maybe AV. And then Draco Meteor is only for the Guja. I was really debating this last meal for a long time. I was like, Ice Beam hits the Azu if he switches in Azu off of Gudra. Like if he's in Gudra and then he switches into Azu, we can still at least hit it with an Ice Beam. But Draco does so much damage, I can't pass that up. Like he does way too much damage. I was debating bringing like Dragon Claw, but I just, it's not really worth it. Also, I believe if he brings Azu, Azu's going to be his dedicated switch-in to the Kyurem, so we kind of need to get rid of Azu, and then Kyurem just like wins, honestly, unless he brings like AV Gudra takes like 60% from Draco, so he does eat that up, but he doesn't eat it up well. He does not eat it up well. HP Fire, it doesn't OHKO Scizor. Well, it's a roll to OHKO Scizor, but if he's bulky, he does live it. So we need to keep that in mind while dealing with it. Plus, I believe if he has Scizor in on Kyurem, he's either going to hard swap out, or he's just going to set up a Swords Dance and then BP and try to take us out, and then our Sash can come in or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. Like I said, we have enough speed to outspeed with both of these members, with Mew and with Kyurem. We have enough speed to outspeed his base 80 pokes, Mamoswine, and Guja. And yeah, so that's the team. Hopefully the team can do well. well. I'm really tired, so sorry if this is like bad and not as funny or whatever. I'm really tired. Like I'm dead tired. So hopefully the match can go well. We'll see what happens in the match. I'm really looking forward to this match against Ciz. I've never played Ciz, so it's going to be a fun match. And Ciz is a really awesome guy. Like I said, go check him out. I really do love him. And also, we were featured on his Week 3 match. You definitely need to go check out that Week 3 match. That was such a fun match. But yeah, that's going to be it. Have a great day. You know what to do if you enjoyed and all that good stuff. Let me know what you think about the team. I think the team's pretty well. I could have done better with this team, I think, probably. Like, I'm bringing a lot of offense, and I usually don't play offense, but I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely not the best team in my opinion, but I think the team can get the job done. I'm really hoping. We got Moltres, can put in a lot of work, but we'll see what happens. That's going to be it. Hope you guys have yourselves a great day. All that good stuff. Match is going to be up tomorrow, and all that good stuff. Anyways, I don't even know what to talk about. I'm just writing this. Have a great day, and until next time, have a nice shit.